Hi there, my little demons and divas. It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at NYC Demon Diva. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video because this is Demon Files. Demon Diva Investigates, episode 2. And today we're going to I have cracked the Smackdown hacker storyline. It took a lot of research, guys, but I figured it all out. So let's get into it. But before I do that, I would love to send a big thank you to the sponsor of this video, Popl. I've told you guys about Popl before, but I will happily demo it for you again. It's right here. And what you need to do is, first of all, you have to get Popl with the link on the description below, or you can go to popl.co and use discount code DemonDiva, 20% off for an on-the-go business card. Okay, this is the coolest thing ever. All you have to do is just bump phones, and when it pops up like that, you just press it, and the person can just press it and have your social media information. So it is basically a business card on the go. You can link all of your social media to it. And on this video, I would love to give a very special shout out to Liz, my sister, who bought her Popl using my link and discount code. And she is so selfless that instead of wanting me to give her a shout out, she wanted me to mention her amazing online boutique in which I got this amazing glasses that I've used to conduct this research. Okay? Her online boutique, cabronaperocute.com. Liz, because you have supported me and Popl, the link to your boutique is on the description below. Thank you so much for the support. If you guys purchase Popl using my code, let me know, and I will give you a shout out on the next video like I did just for Liz. But let's get started. On today's episode of the Demon Files, Demon Diva Investigates, I am here to talk about this Smackdown hacker storyline. Now, we all know, but I'm going to give you a little bit of history behind the hacker storyline, okay? So here is the background to our story. Smackdown began to have some weird little glitches, right? On the show, some weird cuts will happen. And at first we thought that the production was lacking, but then we realized it was something else. It kind of gave me, you guys remember when Bray came out with the Fiend, like weird little things like that will happen. So I was like, it's the Fiend, it's Bray messing with things again. That was originally my first like reaction to the hacker. Then we started seeing some little video clips exposing storylines, exposing people, right? The hacker first exposed Sonya Deville when she sabotaged Mandy Rose and Otis for their date on Valentine's Day. So this is how far back this goes. We're talking Valentine's Day. I remember the hacker showing like tag teams like Sasha and Bailey and the New Day. I can't remember if the Usos were shown as well, but it was like some people like to keep their enemies closer. So it was like, who are you talking about? Of course, we probably all thought that it was Sasha and Bailey, which we know it's not. They are friendship goals. Leave my girls alone. They do not need to break up. They do not need to fight each other. If you want to see them fight, go watch NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Okay. Way to go off topic. Anyway, so keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Then the message WWE Twitter account starts sending messages and exposing other people. So, the people are speculating, but then all of a sudden, the hacker disappears. With no mention of where it went, it just completely went away. I don't even know when the last tweet was. Let's find out. The last tweet was sent on May 28th. I see your lies. So I took a look at the coordinates in the Twitter account. I'll show you guys. Let me share my screen. And if you take a look at it, the coordinates are somewhere in Wisconsin. So who is from Wisconsin? That will be our first question. Who is from, I'm writing down, Wisconsin. The coordinates just lead to nowhere. In addition to that, you can see that, am I sharing this screen? No, hold on. Let me share this screen now. Okay. In addition to that, you can see on the Twitter account, I'll show you. Let me go in here. In addition to that, you can see on the Twitter account, May 28th, they're not really following anyone. I'm taking a look at who's in the pictures. We see Jeff Hardy, Carmella's over here. We see Braun Strowman. They don't like anything. They don't follow anyone. So, is that, I don't feel like I feel like the Twitter account does give us some info, but not everything that we need to know. So before we go into my investigation findings, I'm going to give you some of the theories that the WWE Universe was talking about. Theory number 1 was Mustafa Ali. We all know that was like the most popular theory because of the light that he used in his like glove and his gear. It was shown in the hacker's like background and things like that. And then James Lynch, I believe, trying to give credit, did some kind of voice voodoo on Twitter to find out whose voice it was. And it turns out that it was Mustafa Ali's voice. Another Twitter theory was that it was Chad Gable. Again, another Twitter user utilized some kind of white noise device to try to figure out whose voice it was. And the tag team one turns out to be Chad Gable, which I was like a little into that because I was like, is that Chad Gable? Is he going to get a tag team partner? We're never getting American Alpha back. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Okay, wishful thinking. Other people thought that it was CM Punk. I feel like that's like the default, right? Like anybody says, oh, I got a big surprise. And if it's wrestling related, everybody's like, oh my God, CM Punk is coming back. But yeah, I saw that one going around. I saw my favorite one was that it was Xavier Woods. We know he's been out of action. I love that one because we know Xavier Woods does this YouTube thing. He has all this equipment and like he's like a hardcore gamer. Guarantee you Xavier Woods could probably do it if he wanted to. So I like that one. And I remember hearing that it was Paige. So those are your popular theories in regards to the Smackdown hacker. Now I bring you the Demon Diva theories with what I think really is what happened. Okay, so let's get started. Here is the investigation results based on this background research that I did while drinking. So I feel like I do my best thinking while I'm drinking. So, all right. So the possibilities here. I'm going to start with Linda McMahon. Hear me out. This Twitter account was created back in October of 2012. And that Twitter account was created for fans to like show their support for Linda McMahon. So clearly she was involved in the creation of this Twitter account. Who the fuck is going to remember a password that many years later unless you're the owner of the account? So I think that it was Linda McMahon. That was my theory number 1. But that is attached to my theory number 2. Shane McMahon. Mom said, Shane, you can have the password, do your thing. Shane McMahon, being the best in the world, has been gone for a while. We haven't seen him involved in a storyline. Who will have more dirt on people than the son of the owner of the company? He probably knows everything about everyone. And of course, because Shane is the most likable out of the McMahons, he's not going to just come out and start exposing people. So he has to do it behind the scenes so he is still liked by everyone. Because you don't really hear a lot of negative things about Shane McMahon. So why would he expose himself that he knows that he has all this dirt on people? And Shane, he is way too cool to be snitching like that and exposing people. So, but behind the scenes, where nobody knows that he's doing it, I can see Shane being petty like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're petty enough to come out and win the Best in the World tournament, you're petty enough to create this entire fucking hacker storyline. And he has 3 little boys. I bet you they're super smart and they help him. Because I don't know that Shane McMahon could probably like hack things, but I know that he probably has a team of friends, and between his kids and his wife, they probably helped him figure out how to hack into things. And then like with his knowledge of behind the scenes, and then their knowledge of IT and computers, definitely. And then Linda McMahon giving him the password. Like, this all makes sense, guys. It's Shane McMahon is up there in my high list of possibilities. I have Cesaro only because around the time that the hackers started happening, they changed his entrance to this like weird Matrix-like thing that seems like it's glitching. So I'm just like, that's a long shot there. But I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. Why does his entrance look like the glitching that was happening when the hacker would like come up? Why? Right? Cesaro's a super smart guy. He speaks like, I believe he speaks about 97 languages, and he loves coffee. So to be a hacker, you have to love coffee because you're up all night on your computer doing all that shit. So Cesaro. Another theory that I had, this one goes together. I feel like they probably got together and they talked a little bit, and that is Bo Dallas and AJ Styles. AJ Styles, believed to be a flat earther, sat down and talked to Bo Dallas, who is a conspiracy theorist all the way, and they just started like sharing information, and they decided to create this group and hack. Like, AJ Styles be streaming, he has a nice setup. Bo Dallas knows all these things about conspiracies. He trusts no one. I feel like that's a combination that you wouldn't expect to be put together, but I can see them up at night having like conversations about weird shit. So I can see them doing something like that with all the weird shit that they believe in. I'm a conspiracy too, but like the lizard people, I don't believe in that one. Anyways, another one that I had is Maurice. Did you guys see how Maurice just yelled at Miz in that live stream recently and he did nothing about it? Why do you think he did nothing about it? In addition to that, I know that a lot of people wanted to attach the light to Ali. That's a ring light. And Maurice, she's that bitch. She is that bitch. So you know she has ring light. She has that selfie ring light. I have 2 ring lights. Okay, girls care about lighting. So I guarantee you that Maurice, she's it. She's friends with people. She's like hangs out with the Miz. She knows everybody. And they like she's such a somebody that everybody trusts, and nobody would believe her to do something like that. But the Miz was so scared. This was beyond like being scared of your wife. He was actually scared when she was yelling at him in that live stream. So that to me, suspicious. And then after I wrote all of this down, I really started to think. I got real petty. Who could benefit from exposing people? Who has the funds to like infiltrate all of this data and knowledge? Who needs to take people down in WWE? I think that the Smackdown hacker is Tony Khan and the Elite. Who does that not fucking make sense? You know it does. You know it does. And he has money. He has billions. He has a fucking football team. So you know they have a team of IT people that can really, really help him pull this off. The Elite, like I'm telling you. I really think I'm onto something, guys. I'm onto something. You know, like Chris Jericho is still friends with people, so he probably knows a little bit of inside info. He shares it with them, then they go and share it. Then the AEW, the SmackDown hacker, that's it. I solved it. Listen, I honestly think that it was probably Mustafa Ali. What bothers me is that with the hacker storyline, you could have gone anywhere, and that could be such a push for someone because people were actually intrigued with this storyline. So it's like, okay, if you want to move Mustafa Ali and drop him as the hacker, then pass it on to somebody else because I was into it. And it makes me sad that it didn't go anywhere. But at the same time, it's like, did it not go anywhere? You can still pick it up. And if it's just a SmackDown, because why can't the hacker go to Raw? It's a hacker. He could go to NXT. He could expose people if you really, really want to use the storyline correctly. So you guys know the Demon Files is just fun, lighthearted. Don't come for me, Tony Khan. Don't come for me. Now, before I leave you, I have an update on the last episode of the Demon Files. You guys know that we covered the vanishing graphic of Carrie saying. And the very next day, she showed up to Raw. So it was like, okay, I guess that solves that. Carrie Sane came back to Raw. She wrestled a couple more times, but it has been said and rumored that she was done at the last tapings, but she won against Bayley. So if that's the way to go, she's obviously living in good terms. But when we investigated, clearly it wasn't her last match. She wasn't leaving. She wasn't unhappy. She was part of the pay-per-view. Like, yeah, so there's the update. Carrie Sane did not quit. The vanishing graphic was just to keep us all guessing. I love that. Same with the hacker. I feel like WWE sometimes does things on purpose just to trigger and get people thinking. But if it's true, if Carrie Sane is going back to Japan, I hope that she has a happy life and a happy career, and I hope that sometimes we get to see her wrestle Asuka, because I really wanted to see that. Anyways, that is it, guys. That is it for the Demon Files episode 2. We have cracked the mystery of the Smackdown hacker. Make sure you go follow me on all my social media on the description below. Don't forget, if you buy Popl, let me know for a shout out. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and do all of that. And until next time, adios. Mwah.
Yeah, demon diva, quite the screamer. Cursing teacher, hurting please ya. Spot her out in any of y'all arena. Break the meter, get way too excited, watch her boot up. If the lady good, she get lady wood until you know who we can suit up. I get a girl, it's a low, wrestling down at the rope.